we've got Hyperion Shadow taking on Big Duck Entourage Silver. I'm muted. Oh, I guess I'm back. Audio issues. But we're here. EDL quarterfinals. Hyperion Shadow taking on Big Duck Entourage Silver. Hyperion Shadow on the blue side. Big Duck Entourage on the red side. As we see bands come through, I am joined by Xernian, Stream Jail, and now Casting Jail. Not a good look.
It's definitely not a good look being stuck in both of them, honestly. I pressed the wrong button, my bad. That's why you are not unmuted. But like you said, Clutch, Hyperion Shadow, Big Duck Entourage. We're looking at the second seed from the Lunari division versus the third seed from the Solari division. So, you know, as we're seeing some bands fly out, obviously, you can't see, but Attila is playing for Hyperion Shadow. So we're seeing the Tristana and Ezreal takeaway from the side of BDE, and Hyperion Shadow, they banned Mordekaiser, Malzahar, and Corki.
Yeah, and we'll see what's going to be prio for Hyperion Shadow. Obviously, things like Xin Zhao is still very strong. Still a lot of flex that could be picked. Xin Zhao Nocturne, obviously, you can flex the Nocturne. So we'll see what Hyperion Shadow is going to be going for in this draft. We see the Fiddlesticks going to be banned away for Hyperion Shadow. Ezreal, Tristana, Attila, very good at these. Now he could maybe go for the Jinx. He plays a lot of Jinx, very good at that too. Obviously was on the EGL All-Star ballot, which is the Gold League. So we'll see how that's going to go, as that's going to be the B1 set coming through. I know my man Islamic Samurai, if he was watching, he'd be praising Hyperion Shadow Xernian.
True. I mean, I do think set support has fallen out of favor. So, I mean, I've seen some set mid, but I honestly think set is going to go top. I think we've seen Tomorrow play the set before. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if the set does go to, Tomorrow again. Obviously, set... there's the fun build, there's the mathematically correct set, or you could go for the very standard, more so standard build. I think that's the one with Stridebreaker, or is that am I mixing up the builds? With Stridebreaker.
Do you go Stridebreaker on set? Are you talking about mathematical set?
Yeah, I think it's mathematical.
That's Gore Drinker.
Yeah, oh, okay.
You go Gore Drinker, I think Sterax.
They've got the weird chain thing going on. They both look the same to me, honestly.
Yeah. Well, we look at Big Duck Entourage. They're going for the Blind Braum, which is very, they're thinking it's going to be set support basic. And then the Cho'Gath also going to be locked in. So Big Duck Entourage set actually could go in a lot of spots and wouldn't be bad here. We see the Kai'Sa going to be locked in for Attila. I did say the Jinx. He's obviously very good on the Kai'Sa. I mean, if he was on the All-Star ballot, obviously would be good. And now the Gwen going to be picked up for Hyperion Shadow. We really have not seen a lot of Gwen in IBS, but in game number 1, we are going to be seeing it here for Hyperion Shadow.
And honestly, Clutch, I think Gwen is a very, very straightforward champion. It's kind of hard to mess up Gwen. She doesn't have a lot of very, Riot went with a very basic, straightforward kit for Gwen, and obviously she can be flexed. She can be flexed mid, she can be flexed top, obviously, and I have seen her in the jungle from time to time. So, Gwen is an interesting pick. I don't know who's the biggest Gwen player on Hyperion Shadow, so I'd be interested to see where it goes. And we're seeing Aphelios locked in for Big Duck Entourage. And Aphelios, I think after the buffs and, a few other changes, I think Aphelios has become one of the stronger, and if not the strongest ADC at the moment. I could be capping really hard. I'm not an ADC player, but like I said, Aphelios, I think, is a big pick here from BDE, and their player is Harem Issues, who's going to be playing the Aphelios. So we haven't seen them play all season, obviously with no stream. So it's really going to be interesting for me to see how, you pilot Aphelios. You have to manage your guns, and it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously with the Aphelios, when you pick this champion, it's really good against team comps that want to run into you, and also usually pick a support that can protect it, like the Thresh. Braum here, very good with the Aphelios, can protect them. Now we're going to see the Amumu going to be locked in for Big Duck Entourage. It's been a very, very, very long time since we've seen an Amumu in general. It's just really fallen out of the meta. However, they're picking it up for Big Duck Entourage. They want this one. Is now for the side of Hyperion Shadow. Gonna lock in the Sejuani. Their jungler, Todd, very good on this pick. He played it last week, I believe, did pretty well on it. And we'll see what Hyperion Shadow gonna round out their comp with. Got the set, got the Gwen, got the Sedge. Very standard. They've got the basically front to back. We'll see what their next pick is going to go here. We're gonna have to see where all the picks are gonna go, because Gwen, set, still can be flexed here. It's going to be the Victor most likely going into the mid lane.
Yeah, and we're seeing so much good setup for Sejuani. Like, you have the melee, you have the set, you have the Gwen, right? Obviously, like, the Kaisa Victor, it's gonna be a bit harder to, gank them than it
Right.
would be for the set Gwen, but I'm really interested to see, like, how the Sejuani will play around those lanes. If we decide to, put... we are putting the set, I think, support and Gwen top lane. So, those are two opposite sides of the map. So, it'll be really interesting for me to see, especially how... I mean, like you said, Todd will play the Sejuani and what lanes, you're gonna play around. And Gwen, I think, is a very good scaling champion set. I think a lot of his power lies in the laning phase. So I wouldn't be surprised to see, Todd go for the bot lane plays, while we see Diana as the last pick for BDE.
Yeah, and I mean, Diana obviously very strong right now. Can be flexed, just basically pretty open. For the side of BDE, they're looking for a lot of wombo. You have the Amumu, you have the Diana. They're going to be having plenty of CC, plenty of damage. Then you got the Cho'Gath, Braum, the front line, protect the Ophelia. So pretty standard comp coming through from BDE. And for the side of Hyperion, Shadow, very strong. You've got the Gwen, who's going to delete Cho'Gath in lane, or should, because Gwen does beat most tanks. And I think for the side of Hyperion, to win this game, if I'm Todd, I'm looking at top lane, because I think Gwen is melee, right? So obviously gonna stack the Sedge passive very fast and should be able to just make this Cho not want to play the game. Gwen already beats Cho, and now if we give resources into the Gwen, Hyperion Shadow might be in a good spot. However, I do like BDE's comp a little bit better in IBS. I think it's easier to execute, very standard. For the side of Hyperion, they've got to get a bit creative with how they want to win this game.
Yeah, and there's, like you said, there's a lot of avenues for BDE to set up a fight. Like, we obviously have the Amumu, we have the Diana. Like, one of them can just, like, press Q. Like, Amumu obviously has the big QR combo, and Diana, she can just, ult in and pull in everybody, could set up a huge Amumu ulti. And then with that, like, Aphelios, if he's got his flamethrower and throws that in the ult, and then just, like, watch the entire team melt for Hyperion. But yeah, like you said, it's really going to be interesting to see how BDE will pilot this comp, because, like, with that, you have the Braum and Cho'Gath sprinkled on top. Like, Braum, I think, will be a good, he's a very good follow, still good peel. Like I'm just kind of imagining Kaisa would look to, maybe going on the Aphelios, right? Aphelios doesn't have a lot of self-peel, can't do too much for himself, so Braum will probably look to just kind of sit on Aphelios and just press R on Kaisa every time she presses R on Aphelios. So it's going to be interesting to see. I think, like you said, Clutch, there are so many different ways that BDE can really play this comp. So I'm kind of liking BDE's draft a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a banger game one. Obviously, Hyperion Shadow, second seed BDE, third seed opposite divisions, cross divisional. Should be a great game number one. We're going to go to a short break, but when we come back, game number one, Hyperion Shadow versus Big Duck Entourage, best of 3 quarterfinals, do or die. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome to Hyperion Shadow taking on Big Duck Entourage. Game number 1 should be an absolute banger. As we see Big Duck Entourage on the red side, Hyperion on the blue side. We've got the tech, ladies and gentlemen, upgraded. If it breaks the stream, I mean, Xernian Gap or what?
Well, Clutch, if it breaks the stream, then I'm gonna be really sad because this was a lot of work. As you guys can see, we got this, sleek custom scoreboard. There's a lot of other stuff, waiting for you guys. I'm gonna, maybe leak a little bit and like, oh, ho, ho, that's a pretty big mini map.
Oh, big mini map. What's going on here, guys?
Yeah, so, we're seeing a pretty standard 5-point. I don't think any team's gonna really want to go for anything in these early levels. I mean, Braum is strong, but that's kind of troll if you're gonna run at level 1 Braum. So, it's pretty standard 5-point. I'm not really expecting too much in these early lanes. Like, obviously tomorrow he took the Ignite, took the TP. Pretty standard on the Gwen. It's like what we saw with Camille a lot. You don't need the flash, you just dash and run away.
Yeah, and we'll see how this game is going to go. Hopefully nothing blows up like we said. But looks like both junglers going to start on the opposite sides of the map this time, man. So that'll be very interesting. Amumu going to start red. Sad's going to start red, but obviously that is on the opposite sides of the map here. So we'll see how it is going to go. But yeah, one thing I'm going to be looking forward to is Sejuani starting on the bot side, going to be pathing up top. Makes me feel that the Sejuani will probably be ganking the Cho'Gath at around 3 minutes 15 seconds. So we'll have to see how that is going to go for sure. As now we see a trade in the mid lane. It's a lot of damage on the Victor. The Ignite already comes out as Vinny season 11 goes in, but has to flash out. Almost falls. A bit too aggressive for BDE's mid laner.
That is so nasty, Diana damage. Like, she doesn't even have 3 abilities yet, Clutch. Like, people were flaming me. I said I banned Diana as a solo queue. I said that on EDL just Monday. People were like, ew, why would you ban Diana? Like, that is why I banned Diana, people. Like, that's pretty nasty. Obviously, like, a really good trade at the beginning for Vinny sucks. Like, that's what you want to do. Victor, obviously a big scaling champion. You have to put him behind early. That's the same with Kaisa. Kaisa needs those kills to get ahead. So, I'm going to be looking for BDE to try and do what they can to put Hyperion behind in these early levels.
Yeah, we're going to have to see what Hyperion is going to do. They already have themselves a 500 gold lead just based off of CS advantages they have in the top and bot lane. So we'll see what they can do with that. As Mumu, it's now going to the bot side. It looks like, again, this Diana all up in the Victor's face. Kidding him, he's probably going to have a CS lead after he picks some of these up. Scuttles now spawning. But looks like there'll be just a trade of the sides of the map. And early on, not really too much happening. We did see almost a solo bolo coming out of Vinny Sucks Season 11 in the mid lane. But otherwise, not too much going on here. As now it looks like Braum walking forward. But Xernian, we're 3 minutes in. Not really much has happened. But it looks like Swag Money Boy maybe look for something, as we are going to look into the mid lane as Vinny Sucks Season 11 is going to jump out. Sejuani is going to walk towards mid, but not able to find anything. And so far, it's just been all action in the mid lane, Xernian.
Yeah, I mean, Diana, like, Vinny Sucks had that really big trade, really trying to push that lead. Obviously is up just a few CS, but, everything counts. Minami did ping for help, saying like, man, I'm already behind. I'm gonna need some help, as Total Todd might be looking here in the bot lane.
Yeah, this might get counter ganked though. As you can see, Swag is sitting in the bush. There's a big wave. So Total Todd probably thinks I can go for this, and now Swag is here. So this is gonna get turned. It's gonna be turned into a 3v3. That's Total Todd gonna be running for it. They're gonna be going on to the Braum. Aphelios gonna be staying alive. He's gonna be kiting. He's going to live. Low 5-foot fetish with the W. So much damage gonna be coming out. Will the first blood go over to Hyperion? As that's gonna be Swag Money Boy running forward. He'll stay alive. Attila with the flash auto. It's not enough. And now is it going to get turned around? First blood going to be heading over to the side of Hyperion Shadow. Total Todd has to flash away. Now Vinny Season Sucks. He's coming in, as that's a solo bolo in the top lane. As now we're going to see Vinny Season Sucks Season 11 going to be going in. He'll pick up one, and now they're going to be going back in. That's going to be another one for the side of Big Duck Entourage, as that's going to be a route onto Attila. Flamethrower getting some damage down, and that's going to be the Victor TP. But all in all, the play was a 2-for-1, but a single dingle in the top lane.
So, okay, one thing I'm gonna put out there for everyone seeing the new layout. I cannot go back and look at the top lane fight because it's gonna mess up my scoreboard. So, unlucky. But like, what just even happened, Clutch? Like, okay, I have a replay, but I don't know how far this is gonna go back because, as we said, like the bot lane is already fighting. Like, we see some really good kiting. Attila is gonna flash forward here, doesn't actually kill Swag, so that's a little unlucky. Gets a stun from the Braum, passive stacks onto Todd. And, Hyperion is just running for their lives at this point. This is a really, really beautiful answer by the side of BDE. So, I'm excited to see, like, what they're going to do now with, this, well, technically 2-2, but I definitely think there is a lead in the bot side.
Yeah, for sure a lead in this one. As tomorrow now just hits level 6 as
some tech.
Level indicators. We got the level indicators. There's Diana level 6, and he's going right in onto the Victor. Solo bolo out of Vinny Sucks Season 11. The indicators coming in clutch as Vinny Sucks Season 11 just destroys Victor's health bar.
That was some illegal criminal activity. We see the level
Wait a minute.
6. Uh-oh.
In the top lane, we see a fight going on. Maybe a solo bolo, but it looks like tomorrow will back off on that one. Very close to killing the Cho'Gath. And I said this matchup is so difficult for Para04 in this top side. Gwen does have a good time in this one, but the Diana in this game so far ahead. As now he might get stopped. Oh, maybe they're looking on to Sejuani. They're going to be looking on to Total Todd level 4. That's the dash forward from the Diana. He'll get blast going over the wall. And one thing I want to take a look at, Xernean. Can we see the levels, please?
The levels,
XP diff.
sir. XP diff.
There we go. Look at that chat. As you can see, pretty far ahead, I believe, for Vinny. He is absolutely destroying the mid lane. Almost level 7, so almost a level up. Basically, on the Victor, did just ding level 7, so very, very far ahead. Thank you, Xernean, for that one. Just trying to show off the tech, all right?
Yeah, it's a little bit of the tech diff. Shout out to my boy Calyrex, BOL's producer. He and I are some good friends. Obviously, BOL season is done right now, so, right now I have to be the little guinea pig with all the tests, and the production stuff, but yeah, it's some big tech. Calyrex, if you're listening, man. Love you, man.
Calyrex is the hidden MVP of EL, actually. Little did we know.
Did you know BOL finals, gold finals, Draftwall updated that day? And then I went to Calyrex. I was like, dude, you need to change your overlay, man. Like, oh my god.
As Total Todd, hold on, he's getting caught out, as that's going to be the Aphelios running forward. The stun coming through, as Braum will block some of the damage, but Total Todd just caught out, and Harem Issues picks up a kill on the Aphelios. Big Duck Entourage with an early lead in this game.
Total Todd is, like, really, really trying to salvage, like, what little jungle pressure they have left. Right now, BDE is so far ahead right now. They're making a big name for themselves. Vinny Sucks pulled big leads for themselves, right, at the beginning, and they're just snowballing this further and further. So I'm really hoping that, Hyperion, with this comp that they have, with the Kai'Sa, with the Sejuani, that, they're able to pull something.
All right, well, we're going to see a 2v2 in the bot side. That's the exhaust coming through. Killer Instinct out of Attila. He did just ding level 6. He's going to be going on to the Aphelios. He will pick up one, and now Braum has to run. He's going to flash away. I don't know if it's going to be enough. We'll see if Attila's going to follow. He's going to get a couple autos, but that's going to be it. Braum does stay alive, but the Aphelios goes down. Attila just literally got level 6, and they're like, all right, it's go time. And they went in and got a kill on to the Aphelios. Ooh, in the mid lane, Victor, he's very low, has to run, but it doesn't matter. You cannot hide from the Diana. Another solo kill in the mid lane.
So I'm thinking right now, so Minami, the Hex cores, instead of using them as like a staff, they might as well just be canes right now. Like how crippled this guy is right now. Like, whew, it is, this matchup is so horrible. Vinny is really pushing this lead as Swag is in the bot lane.
Yeah, Swag is in the bot lane, doesn't have the flash. He's going to have to land the Vanish Toss, but doesn't go for it. He elects to back away. It's really hard to, close the gap in that one. Can we take a look at the gold, Xernean?
Ooh, this one?
Yeah,
players.
Thank you.
Ooh.
So, chat, even more. We've got some gold. You can see Vinny Sucks strongest in the game. He's at 4K. If you look in the mid lane, he is up 1.7K in this game. Strongest in the game. As you can see, top 4 of the people in gold, all BDE players. It's the people you want, but it's the Diana, it's the Ophelia. They've been doing exceptionally well in this game. And for the side Hyperion, Attila is up there. He's been having a good game. Gwen, little bit up there too. but definitely BDE's carries in the lead. As you can see, they are now up 1.5k or 1.1k, about a 1k gold lead. They got themselves the Drakes, doing pretty well in this game for themselves. Xernean.
Yeah, as Attila, you know, you're playing the Kaisa, you have the 1 kill, 1 assist, and you're pretty even in CS, as he's going to catch this wave and he's going to get a bit further ahead. But Attila, he really, like, needs just 1 or 2 more kills to really accelerate this kind of small lead that he's built himself so far. I think this game might just fall onto, you know, the hands of Attila.
Yeah, it's going to most likely be on to Attila, like you said. He has the lead for the side of Hyperion in this one. Is now we see we're 11 minutes in. Obviously, Rift Herald is up. Drake will be spawning in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. BDE with a 1k gold lead. It's kind of, you know, stagnated a bit. They have themselves 1k gold lead. It's been at that for a while here. As now we'll see. It looks like just trading alongside all over the map. As Sejuani now going to be heading towards the Rift Herald. Amumu. You see something might be up here, as now it looks like he might walk mid. If Victor is caught out, oh, the bandage done. Just barely misses, but Sej is just sneaking the Rift. They have no clue. Is this the 5-head play?
Yeah, it really is. Like, Total Todd, I think, is really, really trying, like I said before, to get whatever they can, which I really love to see from IBS and Gold teams. Is usually when you're behind, they just roll over and die. Like, they don't know how to minimize their losses and make the most of every situation. So obviously, big shout out to Total Todd. Getting the Rift Herald here, I think, is one step into, you know, trying to get themselves back into the game.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, I was someone came in.
The burgers and the fries.
No, the burgers and the fries are already done. That was during the free. As we see Swag here, now we're going to see a gank onto Attila. He's going to get tagged by the Q. That's going to be the flash. Ultimate going to be coming in. That's going to be the TP. Maybe Hyperion looks to turn this one as the TP is going to be coming in. Haramis just has to run away. Killer Instinct going to be going in. As that's going to be the ult coming out of the Amumu. As we see Set just RKO'd. Swag Money Boy down, but he's just going to get ran down. Swag will pick up one. Now, it looks like Brahm's going to go down. Gwen going to get so much value in this team fight as she still has the ultimate, is slicing through the health bars. Attila will go down. Ophelia, will he have enough damage to kill the Gwen? Now, we need to be careful because Snip says tomorrow, as he's going to pick up one, will die. 2. Vinny sucks. Season 11, and it is a disaster for the side of Hyperion. A lot committed, but they don't come out ahead.
Yeah, and tomorrow, that was a huge TP lift for so long. It was kind of disgusting. Oh?
Well, that's going to be the ult coming out. They're going to be looking for Vinny Suck Season 11. He's going to go and he's going to use the ult. Oh my god! No. Goodbye, Victor! As it looks like Vinny Suck Season 11 will go down. It's the shutdown to the Victor, which is definitely who you want the gold on. And Xernean, what a turn of events that was.
You want to see some turn of events, my friend.
Oh, the gold graph. That I was about to say, let's bring out the gold. So as you can see, it looks like BDE, they've kind of kept themselves a lead, but every time they end up getting above a 1k gold lead, the Riot Gods are like, no. This is not the timeline. We're going back down. BDE basically been in the driver's seat this entire game. Thank you, Xernean, for the gold draft coming in hot, as it looks like now BDE wants to start Dragon.
Yeah, and okay, so we have the possibility of an Ocean Soul, of a Cloud Soul. Uh-oh.
Yeah, TP out of Para, just securing the Drake, making sure they get it. But Gwen is going to get some plates up in the top lane because of that.
Yeah, Tomorrow's going to just... I think Tomorrow right now is the strongest player, no doubt, for the side of Hyperion. Okay, there's so much potential in this Gwen pick. Gwen... I feel like a lot of people don't realize how much damage and healing she actually has when she gets her, you know, when she goes a little snip, right? So tomorrow he is gonna sniff out this, roam up to the top lane, and it's kind of disgusting how much damage that Gwen can actually do when, you know, she gets the Rift Maker, gets one more item. It's really, really nasty.
Yeah, I mean, gold has actually kind of even out in this a 1. You see, Diana might be getting collapsed on, does have the flash and is just going to use it. So Vinny deciding to use the flash here. Doesn't want to give anything over. He does have his mythic now. Got the Night Harvester on the Diana's bot side. Hyperion's bot lane has looked very solid in the 2v2. We already see Lo-Fi Foot Fetish going in. He might be not able to get anything. And now maybe we see a re-engage from BDE, but They're just going to use the ults to disengage as Vinny sucks. Going to be going in onto the Victor yet again, getting bullied. And it's going to be a kill heading over his 6th in this game. And that's going to be first tower, though, going to Hyperion.
You know what Colonel said on EDL about, like, Toxin? And he's like, man, he's got a family. Leave the man alone. He's 1-4-0. His Hex Core thing's not even a staff. It's just a cane at this point. Really trying to support the man. Like, oh, something might be happening here in the jungle.
Yeah, they need it. Total Todd has to be careful because he could just get C locked as a Moonwall will be coming out. Total Todd gonna flash away as Diana gonna be going in. Will they continue? Swag wants to go in, but maybe Vinny doesn't. That's a lot of damage. They need to be careful. Swag, is he going to die? The answer is yes. And now Victor going to TP. We'll see if they'll be able to get some damage. Now Tomorrow going to be in the fight here. Has the ultimate. Did already use it. Flash going to be coming out from the Cho'Gath. And now on the bot side, oh, it's just a 2v2 from Hyperion. Attila with the snipe. Meanwhile, we're going to be looking back at the top side. Vinny Sucks Season 11 going to be going in, going to find the kill onto the Victor Tomorrow. Going to be snipping away onto the Dino. He will find one. Now maybe turning on to Para 04. He does have the ultimate. Will he have enough damage? I don't think that is correct, as it's a double kill to Tomorrow. Level 11, 5-in-1 on the Gwen, and it's an ace for Hyperion.
What just happened, Clutch? I have no idea. I saw the health bars going down for the side of, you know, BDE. I saw Harm issues and Slick's Evolve were kind of taking some damage. I was like, okay, let's look at the bot lane. It's just bam, bam, like dead. Like, what? Like, what just happened? Like, oh my goodness. I can pull up a replay, but I don't even know, like, how to break this down. Obviously, the dive, a little unlucky. Swag died, you know, but I'm pretty sure it's worth it for them. And just, what is the Haymaker damage? Hello? Oh my goodness. And I don't even know what to say. Gwen is really a champion. Like, I have no words, Clutch. Just watch as Gwen just snip.
Yeah, the scissors came out. Wanted to give Cho'Gath the haircut, even though, you know, I don't think he has any hair, but wanted to give him a haircut, you know. Trim the scales, I guess, off the Cho'Gath. 5-in-1 on the Gwen. Very, very strong in this game. But now 1 minute and 25 seconds until the strike spawn. Total Todd again, maybe caught out as the chain's going to land. They're going to be looking onto him. Cannot be slowed, and he will actually get out alive. Total Todd been making some positional mistakes in this game, and BDE have been able to capitalize.
Yeah, like I mentioned before, you really, really need to play around Tomorrow. We need him to have TP. We need him to, like, have everything. Obviously, he's finished the Riftmaker now, and, like, I don't know what to say other than just try and let Minami scale. You're playing the Victor, right? Just keep him in the side lane, and hopefully Tomorrow can, you know, sit in another side lane and just keep pulling pressure and pulling the team apart. I don't think in a 5v5 scenario, you know, Hyperion is going to win.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard for Hyperion to win. However, if they can play towards this Gwen, Gwen can basically probably beat anyone in a side lane. Maybe not the Diana, as we see Lo-Fi Foot Fetish walking up. 30 seconds until this Drake spawns. It looks like Hyperion does have pressure. So Lo-Fi Foot Fetish going to walk up, but won't be able to find too much. 25 seconds. It looks like Hyperion Shadow. They do have river control, so they should be able to just zone BDE out. BDE, if they want to face check this one, they have to be careful, as Victor is top with actually no TP. This could be a disaster for the side of Hyperion, as BDE is going to walk straight in. I don't know about this one. They're in the bush, and they need to be careful. No Victor TP as the fight's going to start off. Looks like Attila's going to be diving into the back line. Lots of damage going to be coming down to the front line. Diana does so much damage. Cho'Gath with the double. Give him the triple, baby, as he picks it up. Will he get the quadra? The answer is no. And BDE Silver punished the mistake from Hyperion.
My goodness, like Hyperion actually just, what was happening, team? Like, well, let's take a look at it one more time. Okay, so Attila, he obviously, you know, goes straight for harem issues. We're about to see that in a second. Swag Money Boy, this looks a little bit bad for him actually at the beginning of this. And the second that Tomorrow is pushed back with Attila, like, this fight is kind of already over. That's a beautiful, you know, showstopper. And Attila, he almost kills harem issue here. But Swag Money Boy, really beautiful bandage toss. Attila is just now left alone, and it's just, the fight is over from there. Like, you know, Hyperion, it looked good at the beginning, but they just did not commit to one play. We had to all either sit in the pixel brush, or we all back off.
Yeah, and the problem I think that was Victor didn't have So they had Victor in the top side, wasn't at the Drake, was there set up with them, and then it became a 4v5, and Hyperion kind of just got destroyed, basically. Let me take a look at the gold graph again for a second here.
This one.
That one worked.
Okay.
I want to.
Oh, the other one. I can show both at once, you know.
Oh, is that the. Okay! But, yeah, I mean, look at that gold swing. That just. Hyperion was up almost 2.
Oh, my
now
scoreboard broke. Nice.
broke the scoreboard, guys. As I told you, broke the game. But they were up about 2K, and it just swapped.
Yep.
Of
Give me a second here, team. I'm gonna fix this. So we have to go back to our old scoreboard because the tech is still in the works.
Tech is still in the works, so now we're back to normal. Back to the normal stream. But yeah, BDE up 1.7K. They've got a lead. Pretty decent lead. They've also got the soul now, or soul point. Now going to be pushing the bot side. Should be able to possibly pick up that tower with the Diana. Diana is so strong in this game. 8-2-5 for Vinny Sucks, Season 11 in the mid lane. He's been looking very, very good in this game for sure, Xarian. And yeah, I feel like we just need to play towards, if we're Hyperion, we need to play towards the Gwen split push a little bit more, because it just seems that we really aren't playing towards that, and we keep taking fights that, unfortunately for us, or for them, just don't work.
Yeah, and Hyperion really just needs one really good team fight, I think, at this point. If you're 11-16 and you're only down maybe about like 2K in a bit, but it really, really depends like how they are able to find, you know, the angle specifically. I don't think Victor is strong enough really right now, and you know, maybe they don't even want to 5v5, maybe I'm just trolling, and they really just need, you know, to scale at this point. Let the Gwen, let the Victor get to a point where you can fight again.
Yeah, and BDE looking very solid in this game. Basically all came off of Diana in the mid lane. Basically getting a lead on their own and been punishing that one pretty hard in this game, as told you, punished it pretty hard, as that's another solo kill for Vinny Sucks. Xarian, I don't think he's getting Diana ever again, as now we actually are going to see a fight. They're going to be going on to Attila, and he's just going to die. Oh, no, he isn't. Yes, he is. I lied. As now we're going to see a team fight up here out of nowhere, as that Swag Money Boy going to be going and going to get the ult. It's just a disaster for the side of Hyperion. It's going to be an ace. It's going to be a Baron. Double kill over to Harem Issue, as that is the ace for Big Duck Contra Silver.
Oh my goodness, like we said, Clutch, we can't just, okay, once Manami died, we had to cut our loss. We have to say goodbye and just, you know, give that up. Probably that means, you know, giving up the tower, giving up the wave, but us trying to salvage a fight that's already been lost cost us the whole team. So, like, obviously, when we take a look at this one more time, Manami is just gone. Just goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, and at this point, we're trying to answer, we try to chase, but we should know that the rest of their team is here. We should know that BDE is going to follow on this fight. So obviously this showstopper, again, this is big. Harem Issues is just left untouched. There's no one to go on him, and Swag Money Boy gets the beautiful bandage toss and the big glacial fissure, and you know, Tomorrow can't do anything. We need to let Tomorrow sit in his side lane, let him push, let him try to be as strong as he can for these fights, and trying to answer these picks and trying to answer like with another team fight of our own is not the answer for Hyperion.
Hyperion now finds themselves down so much gold in this game. Drake going to be spawning in 20 seconds, so we're probably going to see another fight happen. Diana's ult, as Diana is going to stopwatch a little bit early, just making sure that maybe doesn't get caught, but now no stopwatch does need to be a little bit more careful when they do engage. 5 seconds until this dragon's going to spawn. We'll see what Hyperion is going to do in this one. We'll see if they try to contest here. Looks like they are just going to go mid and then try to walk into the river. Drake is started. If you see Diana, she's standing in the bush, going to be looking for a turn. Looks like Hyperion's just going to get this one up. They're going to run towards the Baron. I don't know. Yeah, they just can't even do it, so they just lose the soul for nothing. Now, granted, it's Cloud Soul. It's not the best soul, but they did just kind of lose the soul for nothing on the map, really.
Oh, yeah, and Clutch, like, I think that Hyperion really doesn't know what to do anymore. Like, you either have to, I think their options there were to just go for Baron, you assume that they're on the dragon, or you have to try and fight. It's soul, right? So when we just sit around and do nothing, then we just don't even get anything. We don't even push our side lanes. We don't try to get anything from that, and that's a downward spiral from there, unfortunately, for the side of Hyperion.
Yeah, Hyperion, you know, when you're in that scenario, right? When you don't want to contest an objective, usually you cross map. That's the play. Hyperion, they were like, okay, we can Baron, right? The plays, all right, we're going to try to look the Baron. The only problem is I think they made the call a little bit too late because literally BDE had the Drake at half HP and then they were like, oh, we should go Baron. Like, if you're just going to give it up, you should know a little bit beforehand that you're going to give it up and then you try to pressure the Baron like 15 seconds before the Drake spawns if you're giving up the Drake, which was what they're trying to do. Instead, they just give it up. They're indecisive, and now we might just see Attila get caught here as he's going to have to flash out. And Hyperion Shadow, unfortunately, game not going their ways. We see the Diana walking into the jungle and will take out some vision. Baron is on the board. Looks like BDE, they're not confident enough to take the Baron. They are 6k, but don't want to risk taking the Baron and losing the game here.
Yeah, and Clutch, it's one bad team fight for Hyperion could just cost them the game at this point. Tomorrow, I think, has lost his lead, and, you know, Attila was never really able to push that tiny lead that he had at the very beginning, and obviously we're just seeing the win cons for Hyperion are just falling apart. And we needed someone to get ahead. We needed Attila or Tomorrow to continue that lead, but obviously, you know, we're not.
Yeah, and the Baron is down to 5k. We'll see if Total Talk can get in the pit. Down to 3k. Now is gone. And now Hyperion, the same thing. They stand around for a little bit too long, and unfortunately, they don't even contest it. So now BDE has the Baron, 7k gold lead in this game. They're looking poised to close this one out for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point, you're really just waiting for BDE to make a mistake. There isn't too much that I think that Hyperion can do to be super proactive unless, you know, you're just not looking to fight. You have to just, like, play with your tail between your legs. You gotta, like, just kind of sit and hope that you can catch these waves and get whatever you can to hopefully pull yourself back into the game. You know, they have the soul. They're up 10 kills, up 8k at this point. It's looking a little doomed. You know, even at this point, maybe it's just let this game go. It's the first game of a best of 3. It's okay to, you know, let this game go and reset your mental.
Yeah, I mean, best of 3, like you said, it is playoffs, so maybe, you know, it's not the regular season. You don't have another day to fight if you lose. Once you lose, you're out. As maybe they found the pick onto the Braum. He's gonna throw up the shield, taking a decent amount of damage. Has the blast cone. Though my foot fetish is gonna flash forward, deny the blast cone, and that looks like Braum will go down. Attila gets a kill, and that's 1 kill out of many needed for Hyperion to pull themselves back in this game.
Yeah, like, you're playing against the Braum. I don't think he had a shutdown, so you're really looking to get a shutdown on someone like Para or Vinny when, you know, you have the 350 to 500 gold shutdowns. Like, okay, what you can also do too is try to get summoners from them at the very least, or try to bait big ultimates like the Curse of the Sad Mummy, but it's gonna be really tough for Hyperion. I don't really know how they're gonna be able to do this. You know, maybe they look for a pick here, but Vinny, I mean, I could just imagine him just whomping on Tomorrow.
Oh,
19
no.
and 9, it's a little scary, Clutch.
Yeah, this Diana, little bit scary, you know, pretty strong in this game, has 3 items. Now, Elder is spawning in a minute 40, and Elder, if it goes to the other team, Hyperion can find a way back in, because Elder is meant to end games. Like, that is the point of Elder. Once you get there, the game is most likely going to be in one team's favor when they get the Elder. Now, we'll see if this is going to change. Maybe Hyperion gets it, they ace them, they, you know, run it down and they end the game. Probably not, but you never know with the Elder, Xerny.
That's true. I've seen so many games just get flipped at Elder because someone gets a little too, you know, a little too antsy, gets a little too trigger happy on one ability. It could be like Swag. He presses the bandage shot. What if his team's not in position, right? And then there's your Curse the Sad, my huge ultimates, and like stuff like that is just gone, right? It really depends. And I mean, like you said, Clutch, Hyperion really needs to just find the angle for this Elder Dragon. Tomorrow he's not gonna have the TP. That's gonna be really big. Tomorrow's gonna have to go, and they have to commit for a fight. I still got the mini map tab. Just look at the look at the setup. Excuse me, from the side of BDE. There's so much vision on the bot side of jungle for Hyperion, and Hyperion is gonna have so much trouble walking because BDE is gonna know where they are. BDE obviously has the upper hand, can set up the team fight exactly how they want it.
Yeah, and Hyperion's in a really bad spot. They needed to be there first, and now the fact that they have to face check into BDE down gold, like, it's just going to be a disaster. As we see Diana, little too quick as Vinny, he saw something, he tried to go, unfortunately didn't work. That is a key ultimate down, though, for the side of BDE. They don't have Diana ult now, they don't have the flash now. His ultimate, we might be back on cooldown if they do continue this juggling for a while. Very hard to outsmite the Cho'Gath Amumu, because Cho'Gath can ult and Amumu has the smite. As now we just see a dance in the river. BD not letting them walk into that chokehold. Hyperion needs to walk through through mid or through bot. I don't think walking into this chokehold is good because Diana now has her ult back up in 5 seconds, 10 seconds. And if you try to walk in there, your health bars will disappear. Nice stopwatch coming out of the Diana. Diana does not have the ult yet. And now we're going to see the team fight begin. And oh my god, it's not even a team fight. It's a massacre as BDE just run over the side of Hyperion. Attila tries to get out. He goes down. Low 5 foot better. It's going to stay alive tomorrow. Also will be alive in that one as
Link just punches the tower. Goodbye, tower.
Tower goes down. I honestly think this is going to be the game. Who needs Elder when you can just 3 for 0?
And like you said, Clutch, the biggest mistake I think from Hyperion was trying to force, your team through that chokehold. You needed to go through mid. You needed to have your waves pushed. They didn't have mid wave push. They didn't have bot lane push. And we're okay. I don't think we're okay. We're not gonna end the game.
Yeah,
okay.
want the Elder?
They're playing it safe. I mean, Elder is not technically wrong here. I think they could have ended the game at that point. But like you said, Clutch, like through that chokehold, you cannot push through there. They have so much zoning from, sure, Vinny was a little trigger happy on the flash, but you had to go through mid. You can't go through mid is 3 times the size of, that choke point. So, to avoid getting just absolutely destroyed like they did, they had to, walk as a team, I think, through mid.
Yeah, and if you're Hyperion in this game, you're focusing on next game. I think tomorrow had a pretty good performance. I think Attila did okay, but you're going to need the rest of your team to step up because if we have another performance like this, if you're a Hyperion fan or just Hyperion player, if you perform like this again, your season's over. It's a best of 3, right? This is not best of 5. We're not in the semis yet. That is when best of 5s happen. But 2 losses, you're done. There's your season. And Hyperion, they've had an impressive season. They went 5-2. They've looked good. Got the head-to-head against Unlucky. And going down 2-0 and just getting out of the playoffs just seems pretty anticlimactic, if I do say so myself, as now it looks like BDE is pushing into the base and Hyperion is just caught. What is going on? It looks like BDE is just going to rush down the turret. Ult is going to mid. Now Vinny's just going to go and absolutely delete Attila. He's going to take some damage. He will stay alive. That's the Daymaker coming out as Para will just eat the Gwen. And this is going to be the game. BDE will take game number 1.
Oh my goodness, and Collection was just BDE. They knew how to get that snowball rolling as soon as they saw the angle, and
yep.
The minute that BDE had a lead, there was little to no gaps for Hyperion to even inch their way back into it. I think this was a very strong and commanding game 1, obviously, from BDE, and just look at the Diana damage. Hello, stop blaming me for banning her. Honestly.
Yeah. I don't think Diana's getting let through the rest of the series. I think it's going to get banned. Because that Diana was absolutely insane. Vinny having a great performance in game number 1 as BDE now up 1-0. And all I'm saying is BDE wins the next game.
Uh-oh. Who's gonna be a smart analyst? I'm Matt Pizza.
Who's getting more points? I'm just saying, who's getting more points?
I think it's a Matt Pizza angle.
Oh, Matt Pizza. Oh my god. But yeah, if you are Hyperion, you need to go back to the drawing board because coming into game 1, not a good read on what BDE wanted to do, it looks like. They need, obviously, tomorrow look very solid on the Gwen. I think that was a good pick. It worked out for him in the top lane. But they need to reevaluate mid jungle because the mid jungle just did not go well. Swag and Vinny, well, like I said in the pre-show, I think they were just going to steamroll over this. And I mean, Xernian, am I a prophet or what? You look at these stats and like it looks like Swag and Vinny kind of just ran over Hyperion. But if you are the side of Hyperion, like I said, you need to go back to the drawing board. How are we going to neutralize these two players? Because clearly those two players were the best on BDE. And obviously BDE bot lane wasn't like winning that much. They were losing the 2v2. So if you're Hyperion, we need to play potentially towards the bot side, get something going. It's Attila and Lo-Fi Footfed. They are Hyperion origin in gold. They're bot lane, so clearly they're very good. But you got to find a way to have a better game mid jungle, or that's your season. You're going home.
Exactly, and the game plan has definitely got to change going into game two, or like you said, Clutch. It's goodbye to your playoff dreams, your chip, your mystery skin. Oh, not the mystery skin.
The tips.
The chips. Yeah. So, like you said, Clutch. We're gonna need to see some change. It's either gonna be a shift as to where we're putting our resources, what kind of champions, who we're giving counterpick to. So I wouldn't be surprised if Hyperion elects to be on the red side next game. But with that, we're gonna take a quick short little break, and we'll see you guys as we load up into draft for game number 2.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to game number 2, Hyperion Shadow versus Big Duck Entourage Silver. Big Duck Entourage taking a commanding game number 1. Now have themselves a lead in this series, best of 3. Hyperion Shadow electing to stay on the blue side in this game. Exerting, if you are Hyperion Shadow, what is the game plan coming in? What are you changing to beat BDE Silver?
Get rid of the Diana, like, at all costs. Whatever you can do, like, I don't know. I want to see what Hyperion does with this first pick, right? Because you're staying on the blue side. That means you want the first pick and not counter. So I want to see what Hyperion does with it, because that either means they take away the Diana, right? Or they pick something, again, that they can flex. So last time we saw them pick the set. And I don't know if they want to opt for it again. They obviously put it into the bot lane, but it didn't make, the impact that they probably had hoped for. So I'm kind of looking to see what Hyperion does. Maybe they pick some other flex. Maybe they pick Gwen again. But, we're starting, and I just want to see, again, what Hyperion does with that first pick and how BDE will answer.
Yeah, we're going to have to see as the Diana already banned away. It is the first ban coming through from Hyperion Shadow. Don't want to see that one coming through. For the side of Big Duck Entourage, we see the Ezreal. I'm assuming the bans will stay the same for BDE. They don't really need to change anything too much. So we're going to see how the draft is going to go. Exerting, what do you think is going to be the first pick for Hyperion? Do you think they go back to the set?
Honestly, I don't think they're going to go back to the set. I don't think the set made as big of an impact as they wanted it to make. I wouldn't be surprised if they went for the Gwen again, though, honestly. Gwen obviously was, Tomorrow had those resources. He was like 5-1 at one point. Was really nasty. We saw that TP bot lane. And honestly, I think, Hyperion just had a team comp that didn't want a team fight. But, you're in lower elo. You don't know how to play like a 1-3-1 properly. And a lot of like class teams don't even know. And we're seeing the Ziggs clutch. I know you're a big Ziggs fan. Ziggs obviously can go to the mid or the ADC/APC position. So what do you think is going to happen with the Ziggs?
Yeah, I think the Ziggs pick, I've not seen it a lot in EDL. It has been creeping up a bit in EGL. We saw it in the playoffs a little bit first round, but now it's going to be popping in. Hyperion Shadow going to first pick that one. I think it's still strong. Obviously, it did get nerfed. The mana has gone down a bit, but I still think Ziggs is pretty strong. And we'll see what Hyperion Shadow elect to do with this one. Because now Big Duck Entourage is going to be locking in the Thresh. And we'll see what the pairing is. They could just run it back with the Aphelios if they want to. The only problem is Ziggs does do, I think, decently well into Aphelios, because Aphelios struggles against like comps that poke. We see the Jinx locked in. Before we go any further, gonna look around the league for just a quick second. Obviously, BD beating Hyperion 1-0. Rev is currently down against... Oh, no, they're actually tied with TFA, 19 minutes in. And for Junior Burgers versus FTD. FTD is actually winning right now. So, very interesting matches around the league as we see the Karma Olaf locked in for Hyperion.
Some pretty big flex picks, like I said. Hyperion Shadow has the Ziggs, has the Karma. Clutch, I know you're a Karma fan. Would you play Karma into Thresh?
So, hold on.
Oh.
We see Swag Money Boy's Ivern.
Was he listening to me on the pregame show? I said I wanted to see some Ivern. Now he's kind of giving me what I want.
Swag is insanely good at Ivern. His Ivern is cracked. I'll just say it straight out. His Ivern's insane. So the fact that he got that stage. But like you were saying, the Karma and the Thresh, it's actually not a bad matchup. Because you have the speed to dodge his hook. And you can poke out Thresh really early. Like, Thresh is not a tank, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he gets poked out pretty well now. Karma still can be flexed. I don't know if I like the Olaf pick here. I feel like you could have gone for the Xin or the Lee Sin. Now, obviously, I don't think they play Lee Sin, so, I mean, or the Xin, maybe they don't play it. But the Olaf versus Ivern. Exernian, I don't know if you remember EDL last season. But we saw Swag Money Boy, I believe, solo Bolo and Olaf as Ivern level 3. So I'm getting some deja vu.
Yeah, and like you said, Clutch, Ivern, obviously a pick we don't see a lot. I think Swag is like one of the only junglers I've seen pull out Ivern consistently. And BDE obviously is going to take away the Gwen and the Fiora targeting tomorrow now. So, they're going to ban the Cho'Gath as a response. There's one more ban left on the table. And it's really pinching down tomorrow's pool. I don't exactly know what Hyperion's gonna want. Like, you don't really have a lot of engage, you don't really have a lot of tank at the moment, so I don't know. What do you think tomorrow is gonna be put on?
Ornn.
Ornn. It's always the Ornn duty.
Ornn or Sion, most likely, because we played a tank last game, and look at BDE's comp. They probably want some form of engage, or they'll just go with the Shen. I mean, Mordekaiser is banned. It's actually not bad. Now, obviously, there is still some counters into the Shen, but the biggest one being Mordekaiser that just absolutely stomps the Shen is banned. Now, for Hyperion channel, the interesting thing to me, right, is they pick Zig, which usually when you pick Zig, you're trying to pick this like, kind of disengage or poke comp, right? You want them to come into you, as now we'll just see the other team take the Ornn. So I was right, Ornn was going to be picked. But they picked Olaf. Olaf and Ziggs, you know, they kind of want to do other things as we see the Lucian locked in for Hyperion. Now, Lucian could go mid, could go AD. I'm going to assume it's going to be Attila on the Lucian, not on the Ziggs. It just doesn't seem like something he would necessarily play. So we'll see how that's going to go. Now, Big Duck Entourage, this is their 5th pick. They saved it for their mid laner. What is going to be the pick? Orianna, very stable, staple in IBS. We'll see if he goes for that, or likes to pick something maybe a little bit different, as the Yasuo
Spicy.
is going to be locked in. Now, the only problem I have with that is, where is BDE's AP?
Yeah, and the one thing is, like, your Hyperion Shadow, just build Mercs. Like, that's it. You win. Like, and, like, BDE... Okay, the problem then, too, is how confident is Vinny on this Yasuo? Because with Yasuo, you know, usually you want the Malphite, which they banned, which is good, and you don't have a lot of knockups. You have, obviously, the Thresh play in your own Tornado, but without that kind of setup, like, Yasuo is kind of on his own, right? And when you're playing Thresh, there's 2 options for you. You can either play more so play back, so you can use your Lantern as a safety net for your, like, Jinx, obviously, but you could also be the Thresh that's like, oh, I'm going in on every single hook I hit, like, you know, you're going for the highlight reel, and without that, you know, with that, if you're the Thresh that's playing, obviously, the more safety and peeling back for your teammates, then obviously Yasuo is kind of left in the dust. Or, actually, there's one more knockup I'm forgetting about. It is Daisy. Daisy had a knockup. So,
Daisy!
yeah, and it really depends. So, obviously, I think Vinny is going to look again to try and build their own leagues. So, it really depends who they go against. It's either the Ziggs or the Lucian mid, so I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know which matchup is better. I'm not a Yasuo player, so...
I think you don't. I think you would rather go against the Ziggs, not the Lucian. Because Lucian, I think, just gets in your face, and you're not having a good time. Ziggs kind of does need to, like... If you get on top of Ziggs, obviously Ziggs doesn't have a dash, and Lucian does. It's like Lucian can get out of it. You get on top of Ziggs. I played this matchup. First off, he could win wall your entire combo. Second off, if he gets on top of you, you are screwed. Because what are you gonna? You have to throw your W and hope he doesn't win wall it, or you're dead. So probably wants to go against this. We'll see how this game is going to go. I was excited for the Ziggs, but, you know, I'm a little less enthusiastic now that I've seen the rest of the draft here. But Hyperion Shadow, they're up against the ropes. This is the comp that they went with. Their jungler on something more aggressive, wants to make those plays. We saw him last game. He was trying to make those plays, but just wasn't working out on the Sejuani. So we'll see how it's going to go in this game. For BDE, it's all about the Iron Man. Even though we don't really highlight, you know, the supportive picks, maybe. It's Swag Money Boys, Iron. It's always banned. He never gets this, so I'm excited to see him on that pick. We're going to head to a short break, but when we come back, game number 2, Big Duck Entourage Silver taking on Hyperion Shadow.
fight up for another amazing banger by Lex Blaze and Daddy Paul. Touchdown to Heathrow, DP and me, bro. About to hit the club and turn the shoot to a freak show. Look through the peephole, everybody geek, yo. Need to get girl with an extremely deep. See six midgets that be fighting, juggling. Maybe it's just me, cause my mind is struggling. Babes, boyfriend is acting like a clown. You know what's going down every time that we in town. Take a look through the peephole, yo. Everybody's getting geek, bro. Stop the hate and let them neeks know that we turn the club into a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club, yeah, we turn the club to a freak show. To a freak show. Look at Snow White eating rotten apples. Dirty bass that be coming at you. Roller coasters like a supernova. Around the ringmaster, this my tabernacle. See you screaming, I'm like, what for? Oh, you pop? Yeah, I got popcorn. I don't wake up on the wrong lawn, so we won't stop. It's a lost cause. Take a look through the peephole. Yo, everybody's getting geek, bro. Stop the hate and let them neeks know that we turn the club into a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club, yeah, we turn the club to a freak show. To a freak show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to game number 2. We got the scoreboard back up. Obviously, it did crash last game. Can't guarantee it won't crash this game, and it is a little bit of testing going on. But
Hyperion should have
for
a
the
point.
time being, we do have it up as BDE should have a little bit of a circle building.
Give me a second. I'm gonna give it a little refresh.
Okay, we're refreshing it, guys. Scoreboard.
There we go. There we go.
Wait, Hyperion's not up though. Shouldn't it be
Ah.
BDE? Oh, as we see an invade, it doesn't matter because I can see the invade. As that is actually going to be damage coming through. Swag gets a flash out. Nice taunt coming through from Power 04. Tomorrow has to walk away. Now Total Todd going to be frontline. He is the Olaf. Less HP is better for him as low 5 foot, but is getting decent damage down. Now Lucian does walk over. And we're fixing the scoreboard a little bit. Little bit of action early on. And Xernean's fixing the scoreboard, so you got to hear my voice for a little bit longer. As now we see the circle filled in. And Xernean, welcome back.
My goodness, Clutch. Like, can the teams like not level 1, please? I'm trying to fix like the scoreboard. Like I gotta go open the thing, and then I gotta go back to the like other thing, and then it's a little bit of a scoreboard diff. It's diffing me, honestly.
Sorry, I'm answering stuff right now.
No worries. I was like, did I like crash out of the Discord call or what?
No, you didn't.
Okay, we're good. We're good. We are back. Obviously, game number 2. What we pointed out at first was the fact that Lucian is actually going to be going into the mid lane, even though we kind of thought it was going to be the Ziggs. Because Lucian kind of just dashes into Yasuo's face. Sure, you can win wall like his ult and stuff, but you can't really win wall it if he dashes past it. So obviously, it's a little bit of a, I don't know if it's a skill matchup or like if it's, you're Yasuo, you're playing against a ranged champion, it should fall into your favor. But maybe Vinny is really, really confident on this Yasuo pick. And, I know Yasuo is always kind of seen as a meme pick, but there's a lot of potential in the pick as well. Like, as annoying as it gets, like Yasuo's like dash, 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 dash the whole wave. Like, it can be, punished quite well. As Vinny's actually going to go in.
Yeah, he's going to be going in. He's going to get some decent damage down. I think he's actually just hitting E on the wave. Like, I don't actually think he knows exactly. But, around the league, as we do have a break here, TFA currently up 1-0 against Revolution. Did take game number 1. Obviously, BDE up 1-0 against Hyperion. Beat the Dream, taking an upset win against Junior Burgers in game number 1. Maybe a potential upset in the making. And UEA are in game 1 still. They are beating MIT currently, so that's just around the league. Giving you guys some updates on the other series because I know some of you guys are just watching, just might want to know a little bit about the other games going on here. Ziggs obviously didn't get to talk much about it. Ziggs going to be going AD, so Attila going to be picking this one up. I love the Ziggs. One of my favorite picks. I think it's been good for such a long time. I'm a Ziggs enthusiast and Karma. Put them both in the lane together. I mean,
that's God. Just your favorite lane?
Just GG or what? But like I said, one thing I do want to see with the Ziggs, I would rather have them with like possibly some sort of setup on his team. Cause, I mean, I guess Horn is the setup is in the mid lane. Swag, he's showing up. He's saying hi. As the gold is even. No solo bolos happening in this game. We see Olaf now walking mid. Vinny getting pretty aggressive. Isn't going to get hit by the axe. Total Talk going to pick that one up. Maybe we see a 2v2 coming out here. Is Vinny going to land the double knockup? Exhaust going to be coming out. Total Talk going to be taking a lot of damage. Going to have to flash away. That's going to be the exhaust coming through from the Lucian. That's going to be first blood heading over. Does he have the knockup? And then with the shields coming through, it's Swag. Money Boy keeps him alive. Even picks himself up a kill. Xernean. There's your Ivern, baby.
The Ivern pick again and again, Clutch. Like, okay, no, we didn't point it out, but the way that Swag actually made a bush at the back of the lane, and then, okay, oops, I pressed the wrong button. But, whoopsies, wrong button. This is what happens when you try to cast and the producer at the same time. So, what I, would have pointed out was the fact that Swag, he made the bush, and tomorrow's actually going to take a bunch of damage.
This could be a solo bolo. Para 04 sends tomorrow. He says, see you later out of the playoffs, buddy. I'll see you next season. As not actually out of the playoffs yet, but does get a solo bolo. BDE are coming out swinging in this game.
Yeah, and okay, when I get to finish my sentence and my point was, I've never seen like an Ivern make a bush at the back of the lane trick people into thinking like, oh yeah, he's not here, like he's just waiting in that bush the entire time, right? So we're gonna see them now obviously Hyperion is going for this first dragon, a bit of a different pace than we saw in game number 1.
Sorry, I'm having to answer DMs because, of
Where's
course
our,
I get DMs
Matt
when I'm
Pizza?
casting.
Where's the Mr.
Pat
Matt?
Meets, oh
Pat
my
Meets
god.
doing his final. Good luck to him.
Yeah, final diff, I guess, man.
Ew.
But yeah, BD obviously looking pretty good in this game. Can we take a look at the XP diff for a second?
Ooh, before it like breaks again.
Yeah, before we break it. So
Woo.
XP per player, obviously, look at the top. It's Power 04. It's Vinny Sucks Season 11. They are very ahead in this matchup. Sybil's Silver, EDL is Silver is see a bit of a matchup in the middle lane. But one thing I want to keep track of is watch this bot lane. Very, very close in the bot lane in the XP. And whoever gets level 6 first is probably going to try to kill the other one. We saw it last time Attila hit 6, and they immediately wanted to fight. So keep that in mind. Very big thing that I wanted to point out in this game is for the side of Hyperion, again, now found themselves in a deficit. Level 6s are starting to come through for everyone. Chen has Stand United, so keep that in mind for a potential play, Xernian.
Yeah, and that's a lot of things. Like, even I see in Plat, people forget to call big ults. Like, Shen has ult, or like Galio even is big. Pantheon, all these big, like, global, half global ults. You need to be watching at all times. It's as important as TB because it can turn a fight completely around if, like, you commit all these resources, Stand United, bam, like, Shen is there, and then the whole fight is just over from there. So, I would like to see BDE play very well with, especially because he has the ult and the TP. It would really depend how Hyperion tracks both of these from the Shen.
Yep.
So
that's going to be very important to obviously track the Stand United. As in the mid lane, that's going to be the ult coming through from the Lucian. Gets Vinny very low in this matchup. Looks like Vinny will stay alive. He needs to be careful because he could get killed. Both of these laners are extremely low. Now, Stand United is up for Yasuo. That is something big to keep note of. Swag walking into the bot bush. Maybe looking to make a play here. He is level 6. Now, if Lo-Fi Foot Fetish and Attila walk just a little bit too far up, as maybe this is the cue, as Attila with the satchel will be able to get out. Sneaky little play there by Attila. Walks out of that one unscathed. Almost was a disaster for Hyperion. And still, they are down 1.3k in this game.
beautiful dodge from Lo-Fi. Hello.
So
you just speed yourself up and dodge. Dodge.
Exactly.
A lot of players actually tend to dodge down. So if you're Slick's Evolved, you need to learn what players can do. And if you're against the Thresh, you need to make yourself unpredictable like that. So big shout out IBS players know how to dodge. I didn't know how to dodge until I was like level like 150. So
I remember in IBS, I would always walk in a straight line, and then I'd be like, "How do they always hit me?"
I know.
I'm like,
right?
"What is going on?" Oh well. Looks like we're looking at two things at once. Vinny Sucks going to get exhausted. He's going to dash back, and now we're going to be looking on a par. He does have the flash. We'll see if he flashes the ult. He does. It's an early flash, but he does get out. That's going to be the knockup coming through. It will get blocked. Some damage. Par will dash out of that one. Fancy footwork coming through for the Shen. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we saw a trade of exhausts. Swag Money Boy is here. Stand United is
Daisy,
up. We see Daisy. Daisy's coming in, baby. As I don't think Daisy will be able to get too much in this one. Oh, the root. If that actually landed, that might have been a kill. Now, look at the bot lane. Thresh, level 6. Thresh got level 6. And that's Jinxon. Last time these laners hit level 6, we saw a 2v2 come through. Now, they do need to be a bit careful as the hook just goes wide, like you said. Dodge up. And it looks like it worked out pretty well for Hyperion's bot lane.
Yeah, and BDE obviously is still ahead. They have the 1.2k gold lead at the moment. So we could just see a repeat of what happened in game number 1, where BDE gets these small little leads and then it just explodes. Like, they win one team fight and it's so hard to go back from there. So I'm really interested to see, like, especially because Vinny, again, is ahead on the Yasuo.
Oh, sorry to interrupt, but
uh-oh,
I think you're tilted, aren't you? Just take a look.
Oh, no.
Oh. Xernian's gonna mauled now, guys.
No. Clutch.
End the stream. End the stream.
All right, what is it?
So what's wrong here, Xernian? Would you like to, as a color caster, would you like to explain?
Oh no, Clutch. Clutch.
The Cinder Boots!
There's one item in this game of League of Legends that I never agree with.
The Cinder Boots! The Mobies!
The one thing I always tell people about Mobies is that you pay more money to obviously be faster, but the one thing that you should know is like if you can't recognize the ganks and recognize these kind of roam timers, you're paying to be worse at League of Legends. Like,
Oh, no.
like I'm not flaming. I'm just saying the
Ooh,
truth.
wait a minute. It doesn't matter with the Mobies. He's looking to make the play. Stand United. Shield is massive with Ivern. And now the play's going to get turned around. Attila going to flash away. Low 5-foot finish will be going down no matter what. Looks like he will fall to the Jinx. And Xernian, that's why you build Mobies right there.
Yeah. We build Mobies even though they're like, not, we're in combat and doesn't actually give us any stats. But, they're a nice color. I'll give you that.
All right, well, that's going to be a kill going over to the Jinx. Can we get a look at the gold graph overall, like in the game?
The game
quick?
one, yes, sir.
Yeah, so as you can see here, basically BDE has had a decent gold lead and has obviously... Oh, the knockup! Wait, hold on. That's going to be Olaf taking some damage. He's going to have to pop the... Attila's in the pit. He steals the Drake with an auto! And Olaf picks up one. Now Attila's stuck in the pit. He's going to be going down for sure. We see the Jinx all coming. Attila stole the Drake with an auto. I was trying to talk about the gold lead, but screw that. Can we get a replay?
And a replay, you shall get clutch. It's gonna start a little bit late. Actually, did I press the replay button? I guess I did.
Whoa!
Well, we're gonna look at the bot lane fight, actually.
Okay, yeah, that works. Well, as you can see, Thresh kicks it off with the Mobies. This is why you build this up. No, but the shield with the Stand United, with the Iron so much, and yeah, there's just nothing you can really do there. As now in the mid lane, we see a 2v2 possibly, but yeah, really well played from the side of BDE. They're using the Shen very well. And obviously on that play, Attila stole the Drake with an auto, which, yeah, I mean, you take those. You take those. Nothing's really going their way too much. Kills are 6-1. It's looking a little bit unfortunate as we see the Ornalt come out on to the Shen. No one's nearby, though. It looks like that is going to be it, Xernian.
So unlucky, I guess I did not press the replay button. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard, like, thinking of a bajillion things at once and trying to think about League of Legends. I can barely just think about League of Legends alone when I play it. So, a little unlucky. Maybe next time we'll actually have, like, real casters instead of just me, like, pulling stuff out of nowhere.
Yeah, as now on the top side, we see Power 4 going to be taking some damage. He's probably going to be going down in this one. Tomorrow's going to pick himself up a kill. So Hyperion gets something on the board in this game. Get something done. It seems that Hyperion this entire series has really been looking to play through tomorrow. I think he's actually had an exceptional series. I think he's been playing very well. As we see the flash forward, he's going to be looking for the kill onto the Lucian. That's going to be the flash away. Now the culling going to be coming out. That's going to be the Tiki. Windwall is a little bit wide. Blocks some of the culling, and he does stay alive. Tomorrow burns the TP maybe to try to save the mid, but at the end of the day, nobody goes down. Meanwhile, on the bot side, Zig's ult is down, and this is going to be Thresh taking some damage. The play will come out. He will stay alive. And a lot of action, no kills. Meanwhile, Hyperion did get the top tower.
Yeah, Clutch, my thinking kind of goes towards... So Hyperion, obviously, you're playing with a very strong scaling comp. Obviously, with Ornn, you get the ornaments, and my one problem lies with the Lucian. Like, I feel like Lucian is the one champion that kind of sticks out, like, just doesn't quite work. Obviously, he's not having the best time against Vinny on this really yucky Yasuo. Like, what is with Vinny and these really nasty, like, solo queue champions? Like, get this guy out of my solo queue games, honestly. But you have so much poke from the side of Hyperion. You obviously have the Ziggs, have a Karma. But my one question then is, like, if your Lucian obviously is behind like he is right now, then who's going to do damage on your team? Like, Ziggs is just poke, Karma's just poke. Ornn and Olaf, like, really can't do that much damage. So, Hyperion, obviously, they are ahead in the Dragons, but I don't know where they're going to go from there.
Yeah, we'll see what they are going to do. Gold is even, but like you said, you favor the big duck Entourage. I think they've been having a pretty solid game. But props to Hyperion, right? Like, they're not just rolling over. They are even in gold despite being down in kills. They do have the Dragons, so going to be playing towards the soul. That basically is their win con. Now, if the side of Hyperion does get to an objective first, they have the zone with the Ziggs. Ziggs does a lot of damage overall. I think I would have liked to see Ziggs go Ludens this game. When you go Leandries, you go because there's tank. Only really tank is like Shen. I wouldn't really count Thresh as a tank. So I think Ludens would have been my preferred choice. Now, it's a little very minor thing, so it doesn't really matter in the big long run, as yeah, BDE is ahead. 1 minute until the Drake spawns. As we see the hook, it is going to interrupt the Ziggs back. He's actually going to take it. That's the Stand United going to be coming out. The root comes through. and a play tries to be made, but yeah, Hyperion, they sniffed that one, walk out, and now Lucian, he's pushing topside, should be able to get the tower.
I honestly think I like the idea of it. Like, Dragon is almost out. We try to make a play, but it's a little bit too forced, right? It's like Evolve gets the hook, goes in, and we commit to stand united, not even to get a kill.
In the mid lane, Xernean is. That's a nice win wall coming through from the Yasuo. Exhaust gonna be coming out. Vinny trying to stay alive. Will he be able to make the outplay? He can't land the knockup though. That's gonna be the shield blow. And here comes the Thresh to save the day. Olaf has to walk out. The lantern comes in. The flash forward. I'm surprised Vinny did not go for that one. Maybe a little bit over eagerness from the Thresh in this game. Now with the Drake spawning in 10 seconds, Xernean. Lucian's just pushing the top side.
Look at where he is. He's at the inhib tower clutch. Like, what's going on?
He's in Alaska. Oh my god.
So we're gonna need to see some player gold if you ask me. So obviously, Vinny is very far ahead, has 5.9k. But one thing I want to know is, you know, Minami is only behind by 300, despite going down so much in the laning phase. It's caught up in CS, but is down the 2 kills and the 2 assists. So, you know, Minami, maybe this is the play. Keep the Lucian in the side lane as they're doing Dragon.
Yeah, Drake is going to be starting here down to 2k. It looks like Total Tata is going to try to get into this one. Daisy going to be going in. That's going to be Yasuo going in. That's going to be the play. They're going to be looking for the play onto Lo-Fi Foot Fetish. He will stay alive. Now the TP going to be coming through from BDE. Drake going to be down to 1. Looks like this side of BD should be able to pick this one. The ultimate does come out. It does chunk it. As that's a flash forward from the Olaf who tried to go in. Now he's going to pop the ultimate. Look at Para in the back line trying to buy space. It's going to be one going down. Thresh will pick it up. Para, she's getting very low as Harem Issue will pick up one with the rocket. Lo-Fi Foot Fetish barely stays alive. He's walking away. Thresh walking forward. Vinny maybe looking for something, but it's going to be a 2-for-0 and the Drake to the side of BDE.
And BDE was like, we're behind in gold, but, we're still just gonna win. Obviously, BDE knows how to play these team comp fights and just knows how to play them to their strengths. And we see time and time again, like, Harem Issue's big rocket, as hopefully I pressed the replay button this time. Okay, I did. But as you see, like, look at how much that box does. People don't really think about how much it zones people out. They have to walk the whole other way. They have to walk around the pit, and at this point, the dragon's already gone. I like the flash. I like the the attempt. I always it's an attempt. That's what I say. But
it's an attempt.
The effort was there, but like we said and what we pointed out before, BDE, despite being behind, has evened out the gold and is really pushing themselves forward now with all of these. They have so much damage. They have Vinny, they have Harm Issues, they have the kills, and they just need to, keep moving forward to possibly win this game.
And we see Hyperion is doing the rip. Vinny's going to walk up. He's going to see it, so might see another fight. Daisy's going to come out. Olaf, he does have the ultimate. Vinny, how much damage can he do in this one? That's going to be unstoppable. Coming through, going to win wall. The Orin ult. That's going to be one going down. Vinny going to land the ult onto Tomorrow. He has to walk away. Vinny going to be flashing forward, looking for the Lucian. Will he be able to find the kill? That's going to be Exhaust coming through. Power trying to walk forward. That's going to be the Lucian flash. Knockup does not land. It's going to be a 1-4-0. Rift Herald will reset. So Olaf gets caught doing the rip, and BDE is there to punish.
Yeah, and Hyperion doesn't lose. Okay, they lost Olaf, but they don't lose a lot off of that. Like, Tomorrow was like 1v1ing Daisy, and like you're fighting
Daisy!
It's second Rift Herald. I think Hyperion probably just. I get that it's like fight for anything you can at this point, but at the same time, it's like don't fight for stuff that you don't need to, right? It's second Rift Herald. You're not gonna get any plates off of it, and at the most, if you use it for just one charge, you're gonna get maybe like one tower, right? So I guess that, like, Hyperion, you're not that far behind. I think play towards the dragons. Don't fight when you don't need to.
Yeah, and Windwall is going to come out. Maybe they're going to be looking to make a play onto the Lucian. That's going to be the Exhaust coming out. Lucian stuck under his own tower. Probably going to be going down. That's going to be the root. That's going to be the damage. And Harem Issues will be able to pick up that one as Vinny's going to be walking forward. That's going to be him taking a lot of damage. He will stay alive. Nice flay coming through, but I think Vinny might be going down here. He tries to dash out of that one, but not able to get out of that one. Rift Herald going to be used. It's going to be a 1-for-1 for both of these teams. Looks like Hyperion wants more. They're walking forward. If Jinx can stay alive, this could be very scary. He's going to get tagged. The hook's going to come out. Olaf does not have the ultimate. That's going to be the play coming through from the Thresh. And this Ornal is going to be massive. It's going to land on a 3. And this is the overextension coming through from BDE. The knockup almost comes through. Harem Issues has to flash away. The overextension from the side of BDE. Silver gives Hyperion some gold back.
Yeah, and Clutch, like you said, the tag from the Olaf axe was big. Harmon just had to use the flash to get away. But Slick's evolved, like, I get it. Like, you know, when I play Thresh too, sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'll die for you guys. And then, like, I don't think they had to reactivate Q number 2. You just pull Q1, walk up a little bit, and you'll still be in range for the fight. So, probably didn't have to fully commit to moving your position all the way back into the team. Could have given yourself a little bit of a chance, but I think that's a small thing. But like you said, really, really good punish from the side of Hyperion. BDE obviously
They're
like
just doing the Baron.
Yeah, and they're just gonna do Baron now. We'll see if the Baron, you know, the Baron tech on the scoreboard actually works. Ooh.
Oh my Baron power play! Oh.
Oh my god, guys, the scoreboard didn't explode. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's the Baron power play sponsored by Exernian actually.
Yeah,
oh my god.
because I'm very, you know, I'm actually the sponsor for Elemental League, and that's why I like mauled over it every night.
That's actually true. Well, BDE are ahead in this, are even now in this game. Hyperion, they do have the Baron, so can use that one to siege. We'll see what is going to happen in this. One Drake could be spawning in 20 seconds. Hyperion does need to be careful because if they do get caught here, it could be the game. As now with 15 seconds left, they have the Baron. They don't need to go for this Drake. They can just, you know, use the Baron, push up the waves, get this mid tower. We'll see if that's what they're going to do. It looks like they want to contest this one, but BDE already has up. Exernian, I don't know if this is good.
We've seen this time and time again. BDE has such beautiful setup on the Dragons. Every single time they're there early, they have the vision. And Hyperion, like, they're trying to go through this choke again, but they have to just commit to one spot that they're going to go into.
Yeah, all right, well, here we go. They're going to be going for it. That's going to be the ult down. He's going to steal the Drake, but now here comes the fight. It looks like BDE is winning this one pretty hard. The Iron Shields are coming in clutch. Vinny going to be walking in, going to be getting damage down. That's a stun. Look at Swag Money Boy. He can't 1v1 the Ornn. He's going to walk out, though. Looks like he will stay alive. Attila also going to be going down. Lo-Fi Foot Fetish has to run away, and BDE, they lose the Dragon. The steal comes through. Rocket comes through. Lo-Fi Foot Fetish will be going down, but they're going to win the fight after that one. Exernian.
Run, Lo-Fi, run. Does he actually get out? No way. The Baron recall.
Oh!
Heist of the century, Clutch. Oh my goodness. But like, we're just seeing a run back of game number 1. BDE has the setup on the Dragon. Obviously, as the red side, you have the pit open to your side. So, BDE had the setup, they had the vision, and Hyperion, again, doesn't know where to walk to fight. We have to decide as a team. We go through the, you know, we either commit that we go through the mid, or we have to push, you know, we have to push a lane first, deciding where we go. And Hyperion just isn't setting up for these objectives correctly, and it's really, really showing.
Yeah, Hyperion unfortunately just hasn't been setting up for these objectives, and it's really been their downfall. They just have not got there first, and yes, they have been able to steal some. Total Todd this game has been able to steal some of these objectives, and now they actually do have Soul Point, so it is possible to be won. But yeah, I mean, the setup's just not. They're just relying on a steal every single time, and eventually that is going to catch up to you. Now, the good news for them, they are only down 2k. Now, the kills are 13-4, but they are only down 2k. It's not that far behind. You can come back from this, so we'll see what Hyperion is going to do. Meanwhile, we see teams grouping in the mid lane.
Slick's evolved. He was kind of looking for the angle and the flank, but yeah, you kind of need your team there. Obviously, Para is in the bot side. Oh, and the hook?
Yeah, that's going to be the hook landing. Now the team fight is going to go, and it looks like Vinny Sucks Season 11 is still alive. He's going to be running forward. He just doesn't die. He's going through the meat grinder of Hyperion. That's going to be 3 going down. That's going to be 4 as Ornn will probably die in this one. Hook will miss. Taunt comes through. Lo-Fi Foot Fetish is running away, and Exernian, that might just be the game.
I think this has to be game, Clutch. Everyone's down on like a 25-second timer. Like, what can you do? The hook was beautiful from Slicks, and we'll see one more time. Vinny, he gets the beautiful knockup for himself, I think, or was that from play? Okay, that was from himself. Okay, and he gets the 2 on the knockup there, and then it's just over for the side of Hyperion. What can you do? And it's just so much damage. It's everyone's just dead. That's all I can say, Clutch. As they're just about to end the game.
Yeah, they're about to end the game. BDE Silver Looks like Hyperion's gonna make their last stand. That's a decent amount of damage onto Para, but there's so much shields from the side of BDE. I don't think anyone's gonna be going down. Maybe it looks like they are backing off. That's a huge knockup. Vinny is going in. He lands the two-man all. He's now unstoppable. 7-1 on this Yasuo. Zigzal comes down, does a decent amount of damage. Knockup comes through, and the threshold. That's another kill. Well played from the side of BDE. Silver kills are 20-5 with the Nexus open. It should be game B. Triple kill to tomorrow. He's trying his best. I believe this is going to be it. BDE Silver are going to take the series 2-0, moving on to the semifinals.
Clutch, what can I say? I guess you are the smartest analyst.
I never lose.
I never. What happened? Wait, actually, no. You did win season 1 too, actually. So that's all I can say.
I never lose.
I never lose. I never lose.
Is that cracked or what? But yeah, I mean, BDE on the day looked pretty solid. They've looked pretty good, I think, this series. Obviously, there were some mistakes. In that they didn't play perfect. I mean, no team plays perfect. But they came in with the game plan. They executed the game plan. Vinny in the mid lane looked very, very solid with swag. They played very well. Their bot lane was like, all right, they struggled a bit. And I think top played decent. For the side of Hyperion, obviously their season's now over. Unfortunate for them. I kind of had high hopes for them. I thought that they could maybe end up winning this series. But yeah, BDE taking the 2-0. Now going to be going against the winner of TFA and Revolution. So we'll see who's going to win that series. Is there you got to say anything else before we head off here?
It was fun using the new tech. Unfortunately, it died, in the first game. I got some of the upgrades going for my own PC, so maybe we'll see it return on Monday when we see some 2 teams in EDL. I think we're watching it's Flippa versus Hyperion Origin.
Yes.
Yep, that's the upper bracket, so I mean, I'm excited to see that. I don't know about you, Clutch, but it's really exciting to see we're almost at the end of the season for both gold and silver. It's like we've seen the teams work so hard and improve so much throughout the season, and it's like just all coming to a close.
So I'm just dealing with some stuff right now. But yeah, we'll see how BD is going to be doing in the next round. Obviously, moving on to the semis. Hyperion, season's over. Obviously, we appreciate everything that they've done. Great team. Their gold team's still in it. They're actually, like you said, in the semis, in the winners. They win that. They're automatically into the finals. So thank you guys all for watching this stream. Obviously, we were testing out some things. We're going to get a little bit better at it, and then eventually it'll become probably the new overlay. But thank you guys all for watching. I'm the play-by-play Clutch. I was joined by Xernie. She makes an appearance here and there. Tonight
and
we didn't really
cry
have
in the back end.
too much. Yeah. Well, it was a 2-0 though.
True.
But thank you guys all for watching. We will see you on Monday. Hyperion Origin taking on Flippa United. Best of 5 winners bracket should be pretty good. Thank you guys all for watching, and we will see you then. Peace.